Now, Crystal, in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's start with what you do. Do you work or are you a student?
I'm a worker.
And what kind of work do you do?
And I'm an executive school manager. And I'm just managing the whole school for the training. And also look after the other daily business each day.
Why did you choose this kind of work?
Because I think education is a big industry, and it helped me to get more satisfactions, and I think it will be a really big challenge to me. Can work full-time with all the kids, because I think I'm a little bit fast-tempered.
In your job, do you have to work with other people?
Yeah, sure.
And do you prefer working in a team or working alone?
Well, I think working in the team is best, so I prefer work with a team.
Why?
Because different people have different ideas, and once you want to start to do a project, and you might need get the most resource which you can have. So I'd like to get more people who's really can contribute to the whole thing instead of you do it yourself, because your ideas will be narrow instead of that thing.
All right, Crystal, let's move on. Let's talk about television. How often do you watch television?
2 or 3 times per week.
And what kinds of program do you enjoy watching?
Soap opera, I think, because that will make me relax more.
Do you like TV advertisements?
Yes, but no. Yes, because some of them are really useful, but some of them are really destroy the whole feeling whenever I follow the whole story, and then it suddenly stopped. Especially Chinese, TV is different.
Do people spend too much time watching TV?
Yes, the people who has no work, they will stay at home and watch TV. And it is another big area, or like way they can get all the information from other, like from where they never go.
Let's move on and talk about fruit and vegetables.
Okay.
Do you eat fruit and vegetables?
Not that much.
Why not?
Because I think I'm more like eat something tasty instead of simple flavor.
Is it easy to get fresh fruit and vegetables where you live?
Yes, there are several big markets and also supermarkets.
Do people in your country generally eat plenty of fruit and vegetables?
Yes, my mom, she's very, very into fresh vegetables. She'll go to market every day and maybe twice a day, because she wants to get the most fresh one.
And are fruit and vegetables good for people?
Well, yes, I think so. Because it will help you to get nutrition, and your body will digest fast, especially when you eat something really good.
Crystal, I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to speak about it for 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay.
Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes.
Here's a piece of paper and a pencil for you to make notes. And here is your topic. I would like you to describe a time when you were stuck in a traffic jam. All right, now remember you've got 1 to 2 minutes for this. Don't worry if I stop you, I'll tell you when your time is up. Could you start speaking now, please?
Okay, my question is describe a time when you got stuck in the traffic jam. Well, normally in Beijing, whenever you travel, you will get traffic jam all the time. So to me, it's really not a big deal. But whenever I have this kind of situation, I felt really annoyed, and I need to make calls or explain to my boss if I definitely will be late. So about that kind of time and how could I deal with this, the only thing I can do is just read novels, because I will take my book or will take my cell phone with me to reading that kind of thing to make me relax more. And in Beijing, it will take about more than half an hour to flow again of the traffic jam. So I think we've already used to it, and the only thing we need to complain about just the traffic jam because of the cars. And most of the cars, first is we have thousands of cars in China, and the second is will be the people who's not really follow the traffic lights, or they make an accident, so the traffic will start. And but nowadays we start to deal with this kind of situation. The government start to have the limits of the car numbers, so you can't get cars that easily than before. And we try to use more public transportations instead of driving our own cars.
And are traffic jams common in Beijing?
Very common.
All right, thank you, Crystal. Let me take in the card, I'll take the paper, and I'll take the pencil as well.
Thank you.
Now, we've been talking about a time when you got stuck in a traffic jam, and I'd like to discuss with you one or two more general questions related to this. Let's consider, first of all, transportation in big cities, in specifically Beijing.
Okay.
How do people generally travel around Beijing?
We take subway and also the bus. And if we really do need go to specific place where you can really easy to find the bus or the subway, because subway cannot be all over Beijing. They only have their own lines, so we will drive our own cars.
And is public transportation quite cheap?
Very cheap. We got because the government gave the most of the money, so we only pay 4% of the price, and then we can just travel by the bus. And we don't have the same situation as Shanghai, because they have different distance, you pay different prices. But here we only pay 2 kuai. That means you can travel the whole Beijing.
And are taxis popular here in Beijing?
Yes, but I don't really like to take taxis because sometimes it's really difficult to get taxis, and also some of the area the taxi cannot go in. Say they can't stop on the Chang'an Street. That means the main street they can't stop. So it's not really that convenient.
All right, well, let's move on. Let's focus on traffic congestion in big cities. What time of the day is the traffic worse here?
In the early morning, in the late afternoon, because these two times will be the time when people go to work or they finish work, go home.
Would it be a good idea, do you think, to stagger the start times and finish times of schools and shops and things, offices?
Well, yes, but people have their daily, like the clock, their body clock. So we just work start 8 to 9 and finish at 5 to 6 p.m. So it's just common. So the government used to try to change the time slot for the different companies, but they only can last very few days. Maximum, I think.
Why is this?
Because people will say if they go shopping and the people who stay at home, they can go shopping every day, every moment, so it won't be a big problem. But once they finish work, and if they change the time slot, which means the people who finish late, they can't get the fresh vegetables, just like what I said. In the morning, they prefer, because it's a big city, so people, they will spend more time in the afternoon or in the evening because they want to stay with their friends. So in the morning, they want to stay in bed instead of get up early to go to the shops to get more things. So I think it will be really difficult for the government to have that kind of rules.
So what can the government do to help address this problem?
Well, we do start to use the the limit of the cars, and to be honest, if we can have a solution, we won't have this situation now, because the government won't keep this going forever. But now we use different numbers, because the end of our car numbers will have different time. The people who has say they have different numbers, some of the day they can't drive their own car, so we reduce the traffic problems. And I think now the Beijing situation is better than before. So these are the ways we use, and I don't really have an idea.
Crystal, thank you very much. That's the end of your speaking test.
Well, thank you.